Good morning. Welcome to Headlines in Bed. Today is Monday, February 1st, 2021. Happy February. I hope you had a restful and enjoyable weekend. Um, let's get started. We'll get started with the New York Times. And they have this great graphic in the middle section. Trump's campaign to subvert the election. An investigation of the 77 days between election and inauguration, how a lie by former President Trump shattered democratic norms and upended the peaceful transfer of government, and how it involved other people, key people in the party, Cruz, Pence, McCarthy, the Proud Boys, and so on. I'm looking forward to reading this. Um, 10 Republicans outlined smaller stimulus before Biden meeting. The Republican senator's proposal is about a third of the size of President Biden's $1.9 trillion stimulus bill. That's not good faith negotiation. That is absolutely not good faith negotiation. Their plan would extend, and I say that not knowing what is included in their package, but that is absolutely not good faith negotiation. Their plan would extend enhanced unemployment benefits and include scaled-back direct payments of up to $1,000. Here's the latest in politics. Definitely looking forward to reading that. Here are key takeaways from former President Trump's effort to overturn the election. An emboldened extremist wing flexes its muscle in a leaderless GOP as more far-right Republicans take office and exercise power. Party officials are promoting unity, same as Biden, I guess, and neutrality, rather than confronting disinformation. Myanmar's leader Daw San Suu Kyi is detained amid coup. Communications were suspended and flights disrupted in the military as the military took power from an elected government and declared a one-year state of emergency. Wow. Myanmar's military is once again in full charge. See images from the day of the coup. Myanmar's coup explained. The coup returns the country to full military rule after a short experiment in quasi-democracy. We're going to come back to the opinion columns. Let's keep going for now. 9 top New York health officials have quit as Cuomo scorns expertise. When I say experts in air quotes, it sounds like I'm saying I don't really trust the experts, Governor Andrew Cuomo said, referring to pandemic policies, because I don't. Well, you couldn't have said it more directly. Dr. Fauci, the Dr. Fauci, within quotes, of the Texas border is counting the death. Let Texas endure the country's worst outbreak in the pandemic's deadliest month so far. A crusading cardiologist is begging the state to close his city. New reported cases in the United States. New cases have dropped since almost the beginning of the year. U.S. vaccination rollout gathers speed as threat of variants grows. Amid signs of progress, scientists warned the spread of coronavirus variants must be contained before they become dominant. Here is the latest. Silver rises as GameStop investors find new target. The frantic price swings last week in stocks like GameStop and AMC Entertainment had spread to a new target. Here's the latest business news. Silver, huh? How the stock market's relentless rise saved companies. And by the way, let's take a quick look at Okay, never mind. I forget that I can't do a live search while I'm recording. I wanted to see what this GameStop stock price was this moment. I believe that it lost a huge percentage today, thus far. How the stock market's relentless rise saved companies. When the companies hit banks When the pandemic hit, banks cut credit to businesses that suddenly looked risky. Investors happily stepped in, buying their stock and bonds. The SEE pick faces Pig Face's challenge is tackling GameStop's wild ride. There is broad agreement that the capital markets have been distorted, but less consensus on what, if anything, Gary Gensler and the SEE should do. Survey says never tweet. The tensions in newsrooms over reporters' social media presence are not just about politics. Ben Smith writes. Yeah, I'm interested in reading this because I'm seeing reporters who are supposed to capture and convey objective news, expressing very personal and political views on their social media accounts, which I like. I'm not interested. I'm not interested in their politics, personal politics. Though I guess it's good to know where they stand personally. If I follow someone on social media, a reporter, is because I want to know what they're reporting. I don't want to know what they personally are aligned with. Yeah, it was very surprising to me to find out how many NPR, for example, many NPR reporters are so uh, freely expressing personal opinions. And they're not the only ones, but they are the ones that stood out to me the most. I think because I am a listener of NPR news. They are, in fact, other than capturing headlines online the way that I'm sharing with you all, NPR is my main source of news. And I disclose that knowing that it signals a certain bias because by only primarily listening to them, that creates a backdrop for my understanding of what's going on in the news. And so by doing this, it's an effort for me to also expand my circle of sources. And I'm glad that you're doing this with me. Um, let's carry on the opinion column. Gail Collins and Brett Stevens, raise your hand if you were expecting Biden to be a revolutionary. The president has been much more left wing out of the gate than many predicted. What comes next? The editorial board is Marjorie Taylor Greene. If Marjorie Taylor Greene isn't beyond the pale, who is? There's still time for Republican leaders to reject Q. Kara Swisher, the CEO of Reddit on the CEO of Reddit on the GameStop frenzy, Adam Grant, the science of reasoning with unreasonable people, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, should NBA players jump the vaccine line? Um, I don't think so. I would like to understand what his arguments are. Shoshana Suboff, the coup we're not talking about. Jean Theo Harris, the real Rosa Parks story is better than the fairy tale. Charles M. Blow. And by the way, I noticed that I'm frozen. Nice gesture with my mouth open, as if blowing a kiss into the wind, with a certain sadness in my eyes. But we're going to keep going. Black Power now or never. Jennifer Finney Boylan. In state houses everywhere, Republicans have one agenda. Margaret Renke, a dog's place is at the White House. Oh. Michael Kazin, the 7076 folks. Well, we're going to say goodbye to the New York Times for now. And let's go over to the Wall Street Journal. And I'm still not refreshing. But we're going to keep going because, let my voice be the conduit of my expressions. Price of silver futures changed from a day earlier. We're picking up on that, on the other headline. It's a little more explicit. Online traders propel silver AMC shares gain. Silver futures surge as Reddit users discuss executing a short squeeze similar to the one that propelled GameStop shares higher. Silver futures near 8-year high. Heard on the street Reddit, silver rushes another symptom of market madness. US stocks climb. Robinhood boss explains GameStop trading curbs to Tesla's Elon Musk. Robinhood blocked trading on volatile stocks such as GameStop last week after a clearinghouse asked for $3 billion to back up the trades. Chief Executive Vlad Tenev, in an interview alongside the Tesla chief, explained why the brokerage blocked users from trading. GameStop day traders are moving into SPACs. I'm not sure what those are. Heard on the street, GameStop frenzy may not so bad for Wall Street. Facebook to counter Apple privacy update with its own prompt. The social media company plans to show users a screen describing the handling of their data to personalize ads. Facebook new calls for violence plague groups now plans overhaul. Myanmar, we already heard that. Republicans propose 618 billion COVID-19 stimulus plan. What a shame. U.S. economy expected to reach pre-pandemic peak by mid-2021. The U.S. economy will grow faster this year than projected earlier. Of course, if federal government passes a strong stimulus package, yes, the U.S. economy will grow faster this year than projected earlier. The Congressional Budget Office forecast, helped by a pandemic aid bill passed in December. COVID-19 vaccines to stress test grocery stores and pharmacies. The job of vaccinating much of the American public is about to fall largely on retail pharmacies, with chains like CVS, Walgreens, Walmart, and Kroger saying they are ready to give tens of millions of shots a month. And by the way, if you haven't checked out the stock for CVS, not Walgreens, what's the other one? There's a third one. Walgreens, CVS, and it is that third one that Rite Aid has been consistently going up in the last month or so, after being very dormant for some time. A snowstorm threatens up to 2 feet in the Northeast. COVID-19 vaccines leave pregnant woman in quandary. Theo Epstein joins firm that is buying stakes in teams. Advice for making the most of the WSJ Fitness Challenge. To fly again, show your digital passport. Is this cycling duel the best rivalry in sports? Kaufman Music Center turns New York City storefront into stages. Oh, that is great. Oh my God, that is awesome. That is awesome. So New York. So New York. Emerson CEO Dave Farr to retire. The manufacturer has named Lal Karsanbhai as executive chief. Mr. Farr will remain chairman until May. Pentagon, NASA knocked down barriers impending joint space projects. Exxon Chevron discuss merger. Salesforce CFO hands reins to successor after more than 6 years at helm. Mark Hawkins helped lead the software company through a period of relentless growth, though it's been stagnant as of late. And I shouldn't say stagnant, but not as relentless as before. But Nintendo needs to keep hitting high scores. Nintendo's current winning streak is reminiscent of the Wii console boom days more than a decade ago. Wow, a decade ago. And exile Uyghurs fear China's reach will erode Turkish haven. Widely, Daniel says fasting during the COVID-19 pandemic. The director and producer of the movie The United States versus Billie Holiday makes wakes at 7, prays, meditates, hikes in LA's Franklin Canyon Park, works out in sadhanas, and that's all before beginning work. Wow, good for him. I read headlines in bed before breakfast. Um, the CIA fine-tunes its hiring pitch to millennials and Gen Zs. The agency has revamped its recruiting to attract younger workers who might be skeptical of its mission. Huh, I'm interested in reading that. Nashville developers buy for price record with 25 million Four Seasons penthouse. And we are going to say thank you to the Wall Street Journal. And very quickly, since I mentioned NPR, we're going to close with just a fast lightning round on NPR news. 10 Senate Republicans outlined 600 billion counter offer. We already read that. Myanmar, spurred by the Capitol riot, thousands of Republicans drop out of GOP. Secure drop your story safe with us. Got a news tip. How is the COVID-19 vaccination campaign going in your state? How severe is your state's corona outbreak? Fully erased. Is Harris's rise? There are no black women in the Senate. I don't know that I agree with that. Her rise is not erased. Her rise is now as high as it's been, and in the future maybe it'll go higher. Yeah. EU to get 9 million from AstraZeneca doses after supply. Row. Da, 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 da. And Trump's top impeachment lawyer leaves team days before trial. Butch Powers and Deborah Barbier have parted ways with the former president after a mutual decision, leaving his defense team little preparation time before the February 9th trial. Well, I think that's as good of a headline to end on today. Thank you for joining me. That is Headlines in Bed for February 1st, 2021. Have a good day. See you tomorrow. Bye.